Fit in 10 Nation, it is day 20 of the Fit in 10 Challenge, and your fat scans are coming up this weekend. And I want to remind you that you cannot drink alcohol, or you shouldn't drink alcohol anyhow, or have caffeine within 24 hours of the scan. Well, caffeine, let's say 12 hours. No metals on your body, no heavy clothing. Ladies, if it's that time of the month, you cannot do the scan. If it's a time of the month for you, you cannot do the scan, okay? You have to rebook with me for like a week later or whatever. Okay, no eating before the scan. You got to leave at least 5 hours. So ideally, I want you to go empty stomach. And no vigorous exercise, ideally within 24 hours of the scan, okay? All right, questions here. MyfitnessPal, the green check mark, what does it mean? It means this. It means the food has been checked by MyfitnessPal to see if the nutritional facts are accurate, okay? So it basically means if you see a green check mark beside the food in MyFitnessPal, the food should most likely be accurate. The nutritional facts on the food should be most likely accurate, okay? But it can still be off, okay? It can still be off. I've still seen it when it's off. And likewise, even if it doesn't have a check mark, doesn't mean that it's not inaccurate either, okay? Or that if it doesn't have a check mark, doesn't mean that it's not inaccurate. Yes. Okay. So I hope that clears it up for you and any others of you who weren't sure. Okay. Also, MyFitnessPal, there is things like, different versions of, let's say, chicken breast, right? So, if you're not sure when you look up, the different versions of chicken breast, because some of them say like, different fat content or different protein content, sometimes it can be whether it's cooked or not. So always remember, if meat is cooked, it's going to lose moisture, which means it's going to have a higher protein content per ounce if it's cooked, right? Because there's less water in there. All right. So if you have 1 ounce cooked, there's less water in there. So just basically means that now you're going to have more protein per ounce than if there was an ounce that had more water, right? Hopefully that makes sense to you. So that could be one issue. So check whether your meat is cooked or not, or any other foods for that matter. Rice is another big one, right? Or potatoes or yams, or virtually all kinds of foods are going to lose moisture if you cook them. All right, so keep that in mind. The other thing is that the food just may not be accurate. All right, so again, look for that check mark in MyFitnessPal. Chances are, if it has a check mark, it will be accurate, okay? All right. This person says that they tend to have more carbs in the morning. That's fine, but I'm going to tell you something. If you want to be alert throughout the day, have more protein and fat in the morning. And if you want to be sleepy, have more carbs. So carbs, a great time to have carbs is at night, okay? I'll say it again. A great time to have carbs is at night, because that's going to help the brain to produce, what's the neurotransmitter I'm thinking of? Not dopamine, but serotonin. Thank you. Serotonin. Okay, and that's going to make you feel good, and it's also going to make you feel a little more groggy and tired. Okay, so do carbs at night. What else? This person mentioned that they can't. The hardest part has been giving up cream and sugar in my morning coffee. Okay, listen, I don't really want you to have sugar in your coffee. You could arguably have cream. Arguably you can have cream and sugar. Okay, you just have to count that in your food. It's just to be part of your macros. But ideally, I don't want you to do that. So you don't have to give that up. You can still fit that in. But I do want you to try to have food that is, less refined and lower glycemic, so no simple sugars. And of course, we want to, have as many good fats as possible. It's my cleaning lady. All right, now foods of the day. These aren't foods of the day. This is what I do every morning. Okay, I take one of these and I cut it in half. I squeeze it into a glass. Okay, a half-liter glass. I add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and I add a 1/4 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, okay? And I do this for several reasons. One, It helps your adrenal system. Okay, so it really helps with stress in your adrenal system. You'll find that you sleep better. It also helps with acidity production in the stomach. This is going to be really important for vitamin and mineral absorption. Okay, very important for mineral and vitamin absorption. All right. Also, the lime has various liver protecting properties. Okay, so it's going to have, it's going to basically help with lots of production of glutathione in the liver, and that's really important for keeping your liver healthy and functioning properly. And also, it has, what else did I want to say about this? This combined with the salt will also help your hypothalamus pituitary axis, which is, you know, responsible for regulating up to 50 different hormones, actually over 50 hormones in the body. Okay, things like cortisol and epinephrine and norepinephrine and DHEA and a whole host of others. Okay, so very important, because you want to have a thyroid production. Okay. Oh, and make sure the salt is pink Himalayan. Why pink Himalayan? Because you've got other sources of minerals in here. Okay, like phosphorus and calcium and potassium. Okay, so pink Himalayan salt. All right, so I do that every morning. I do 2 liters. I do in each half liter. I do 1 liter. I do 2 half liters. Okay, so a few tablespoons of this, half of one of these, and a 1/4 teaspoon of this, and I do that twice over. Okay, and it's helped me tremendously. Oh, and I should also tell you this: with apple cider vinegar, it has many good properties. Oh, there's actually something else I need to tell you. But let me say this first. This, although not proven to help loss with belly fat, I swear to God, it's helped with my belly fat. I've been doing fat scans for like the last 9 years, and I've been leaner overall in my body fat levels, but never has my belly been so lean as it is today, and I think it's due to this. See, it's really the only thing I've added in my diet, and it's known for getting rid of belly fat, visceral fat, fat in the abdominal area. I am now the absolute leanest in my abdominal area than ever, but I'm not the leanest full body. So interesting to know, right? And also, people always ask me, hey, isn't this acidic and isn't this acidic? Yes, these are both acidic. So isn't that bad for the body? No, because it produces alkaline byproducts in the body. Okay, so overall, this is what they call negative. I think called negative PRAL, which stands for something. But just think of it as this: these have alkalizing properties on the body, not acidic effects on the body. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, 8 minutes in, and listen, I want to just tell you the word of the day, or the message of the day, and that is this: don't worry about your failures. Okay, instead worry about the chances you missed because you didn't even try. Right now, you're all trying, and this is important, but I want to just reemphasize to you that failure will happen and mistakes will happen, and you know, I'm just putting this in your mind because I know that these play on people's minds, and that is a good reason for them to, or it's a reason for them, or they feel it's a good reason to stop. And of course, if you stop, you are going to be much further behind than if you kept going, right? So, again, don't worry about failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try. Okay, now I know you're all trying. You can keep trying and you keep pushing forward, and you're going to get farther and farther ahead. Don't worry about perfection, although I am going to strive for perfection. I want you to strive for perfection. Don't worry about always being perfect, but strive to be better and better and better. Okay, you guys? Submit, commit, do what you got to do. 3 workouts, that's weight training workouts, 3 cardio sessions. This is per week, obviously, right? And then get those numbers in. Get your food in. Plan and prepare. Plan and prepare your food. And also let me know via your feedback. Let me know when you want to do a shopping trip, okay? I'd be more than happy to do that for you, all right? Okay, I'm approaching 10 minutes here. Terrible. All right, so do what you got to do, you guys. Keep going hard. I believe in you. You should believe in yourself, more importantly. or most importantly. Talk to y'all soon. See you guys.